Okay, I'm going to start doing a lot of in-box reviews on kits that are currently available or even out of production. But all these kits you can get on eBay and some of these secondhand hobby shops like Gem in Ohio and Fred Stearns and so on. So I thought it would be a good idea to review some of these in the box to show exactly what's inside of them, to help people decide whether or not they want to buy them. Because a lot of times on eBay, you have some pictures that aren't very good, and they never get in really tight on anything, so you don't know for sure whether it's a good, high quality kit. So that's why I'm going to start doing that, and I'm probably just only going to explain that once and just start doing some of these reviews. Now here I'm going to start with the big one here. This is mainly for Jordan is interested in Mini Coopers right now. And I mentioned this one. He says, yeah, go ahead and do the inbox review. But this is a Tamiya 1/12 scale Mini Cooper, which is ironic because it's a very large kit of a very small car. And I'm just going to show some of the box pics here. Now here's one interesting thing that somebody might want to know right off the bat is the doors don't open. The hood does, but the doors don't. And I don't know about the rear hatch. We'll find out when we get inside the box. But very well detailed motor here. And some pictures to go by to help you paint. Now this, I don't know what you would end up paying for it. This is $99. I'm positive I did not pay that. But you can probably get this about $50 on eBay. And there's what it would look like. British Racing Green. So anyway, I'll try to edit this out good and not waste a whole lot of time, and I'll get the box open right about now. Okay, this is the way it comes. Sometimes a Tamiya kit or a Dayusha kit or some of these great Japanese kits will come all compartmentalized with all these little cardboard dividers, and really makes a nice display even in the box. But this one's just a bunch of bags just loose in there. And this is big, as you can see. That's this is the old Mini Cooper. It's not the new Mini Cooper. The old Mini Cooper was smaller than the current Mini Cooper, so to have it this big, that's a big scale. And everything's in a bag, and I'm just basically showing quickly the way it's coming packaged, but I'm going to start opening these bags now. Okay, here's a good look at the body. I did not realize until just now that it's molded in green. You may call that British Racing Green. It might be right. I'd have to see it right next to a color chip. But yeah, they're a little bit surprising here on a Tamiya kit that the doors don't open, and the hatch and trunk don't open. Now that's me actually not even realizing whether or not the Mini Cooper has a hatch, but I would guess it does. But this would surprise you buying a Tamiya kit that this stuff does not open, just the hood. And then here is the pan. Everything very cleanly molded, very, very crisp. That's a good question what that is. Almost looks like a battery holder in the back. Find out when I get to the instructions what that is. Just a good look at the pan and the body. Look good, but nothing opens but the hood. Okay, now here's the chrome sheet. As you can imagine, just perfectly done chrome. Just very, very well chrome. Oh, headlights, grille, separate windshield wipers, and door handles. Now these here, curiosity, I had to look to see what those are. Those are the taillight backing. The taillight lenses will mount on those, and this is actually the wrong side. That is, or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's the side that's going to face outward. These go on the back of the car, and you put the lens on there. Nice and shiny, just beautiful, as you can imagine. Nice mirrors for the side mirrors. Look at these great Mini Cooper emblems. And my guess is that there's probably a nice decal on the sheet that goes right in the middle of that. And then these would be the running lights or racing lights, fog lights, whatever you want to call them. And you know, good question on what that is. Strip. And that's probably a gas cap. And your front and rear bumper. And I went looking at, I saw this thing here and I was like, well, what is that? And I honestly still don't know. I'm looking here on the box and it's on the rear bumper below the tail lights. I don't know, is this the way they do a third brake light? It's anybody's guess. And of course, here's the nice big removable top so that you can see down into the car, or you can glue it on if you want, whatever you want. But as you can imagine, just everything's packaged so well, everything's blemish free, it's beautiful. This is great. Now here's the wheels. Now, some of these Japanese kits, and possibly some of the Revell Germany kits, what they'll do is they'll pre-paint them. This, I don't know if this is a plating or if it's a paint, but you know, they're done. They're basically, there's your aluminum finish, and they've done a great job. It's completely faultless, and so this way you can just put the tire on the wheel and you're done. But there's a good look at the wheels, and that's pretty common with these great Japanese kits. Okay, and here's part sheet B, the one that has the hood on it. And something I noticed right off the bat is a couple of sinkholes, which is no problem, but you know, kind of surprises me for Tamiya. Let's see what we got here is, you know, nice shock absorbers, pedals. These are license plates, and that thing right there, I haven't completely figured it out. It's right here, goes on the wall. It's either the intake filter, it's a bit big for that. Maybe it's an AC core, maybe it's something else. I can't quite figure it out, but you got one of those. Your firewall, now this, okay, rear view mirror. Nice, kind of a one-piece exhaust. I mean, it is a one-piece exhaust. Now here's part of the rear suspension. This is pretty neat. You look at it here, the way this is set up, it looks as though there are shocks there, but there are no springs. And somehow I think these are little airbags right there, and I believe that is what's providing the spring. Kind of a neat setup. Clearly it's not going to work, but it's represented. And that pretty much wraps it up for that sheet. Here's the glass. Again, packed really nice. Not a blemish on these. Just completely clear and great shape. There's a close-up of the headlight. And these are the other racing lights. I bet they're going to look great. Yes, separate glass for each window, rather than, you know, a big piece that fits in there. And there's tail light. You just have to paint the individual sections their appropriate colors. And I do have the other one is in the bag here. It broke off. Well, that's the glass piece, glass sheet. I almost forgot these little marker lights. They look great. You know, the little amber, you paint them amber underneath, and then they're your running lights. You know, the ones right there. And this is the biggest part sheet in the box. This is the interior pieces, the seats, and dashboard, and various items. As you can see, I'm just going to show the detail on the, look at the texture on the seats. And here on the box, they went, see if you can see those little rolled edges there. They went and painted those. It must have been a pretty good trick. So you got enough detail to do that for sure. There's the back seat, big bench seat. But you know, the texture sure is neat. I guess it's simulated, I don't know. Dashboard is here. There's not much to it. There's just this little instrument cluster that plugs in there, and then you've got your, oh boy, don't know if those are speakers or, yeah, they're vents. They're vents for the air conditioner, I think. And console, big door panels. Of course, you know, the doors don't open, so you got these big things you glue in there, front and back, all one piece. You got these armrests here, look great. And this thing here, I'm not sure exactly what it is. It goes under the dash, as it's showing right here. I can only guess air conditioner maybe, because of these pipes coming off of it. It's got to be an air conditioner. These little switches on there. Anyway, that's, you know, the interior is very well done. And it's that sheet. Okay, on to these last two part sheets. Okay, starting right here, clearly that's the motor. Your two halves of your 1.3 liter 4-cylinder. And then you get a nice radiator. Good detail on that. This must be the front shocks. Very long. That is the rear axle. And these would be the front spindles. They appear to be set up. I'm almost certain it will steer. I would hope so. We got here is, this is a flywheel housing. This goes on there, and that's a starter right there. There's the front of the motor. That'll be your gearbox and your steering arm. Your tie rods. And we've got a little notch there. I don't know if it's going to steer from the wheel. I don't know. Probably not. It's pretty rare. But, okay, that must be brake booster. This would be the whole tray that you assemble everything on, the whole engine and transmission and everything onto there, and then you glue the whole thing on as one piece. It works the same way on the real car. Here's some fans. And move on to this sheet. These are great. Look at these fender flares for all four. Exhaust manifold. Looks like a header. Rear view mirrors, or side view mirrors. This mysterious object, I had to look this up. Believe it or not, that's the carburetor, possibly the fuel injection system. It mounts onto the intake there, and then the breather mounts onto it, so that's what it is. I'm guessing that's what it really looks like on the real car. And then there's the breather. That already looks like it's in like 3 different pieces, but it's all molded as one. And there's the instrument cluster, and there are decals that go in those little, and that's it for the dashboard. It's that big empty piece plus that thing. Not a whole lot on the dash. Well, there's your radio with your, you can see there, the tape deck. So, I mean, this kit is from 1995, I think. And so, yeah, they still had tape decks in there. Your wheel, valve cover. Just amazingly well molded for a single piece. And muffler, another muffler. Okay. And that will do it for the part sheets. Okay, and there's the tire pack. It came complete with its own label. That's the trick. And the tires, they say synthetic rubber, and they feel more like vinyl than rubber, but who cares? And they are Pirellis. And the tread pattern looks pretty good. But I mean, it's just a Mini Cooper. It's not like it needs anything fancy. And then all these screws, there's a lot of things that are screwed down on here. Suspension parts, tires are screwed on, the wheels are screwed onto the suspension and everything. So I am not going to open that one. But that's the tires. The tires look good. Okay, the only thing left is the decal sheet. You have regular license plate, or you can just put the Mini Cooper plate on there. There are your gauges, I believe, and these are pretty neat. These will go on the end of a body stripe, right there, and it has this little Mini Cooper logo that I think is pretty neat. I definitely put that on. Your hood stripes, you can barely see them. And your body stripes, and few tags and then badges, warning sticker. Let's see what these are. Do not drain in English. Oh, of course, yeah, it's an English car. Japanese company, English car. Don't know where these all go. But good looking decals. And you know, instructions are 21 steps and you make a Mini Cooper. Anyway, that's the review on this kit. In box. Hope it helps if anybody's looking for one of these. You've seen them on eBay or in a shop or something like that and was wondering what all is in there. I hope this helps. I wouldn't, you know, I'd pay maybe $50 for this. You can get it for less, you know, that's of course better. But, you know, this one here is not for sale or trade, so please don't ask for it. And that is it. I'll do another review sooner or later. I'm going to be doing a lot of these inbox reviews. If you know of a kit that I have and you want to see in the box, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of do these random. And I don't know what the next one's going to be. So just, you know, stay tuned. Later.